Hey, it's Timothy at the Commodore Productions, and in this video we're going to be talking about ND filters. ND filters are attachment pieces for your lens, which helps create that cinematic look. There are many types of ND filters and various brands associated. All in all, they all serve the same purpose. Let's take a look at some examples to see how ND filters can make your shots more cinematic. Alright, we're outside right now and we're going to do a comparison shot of with and without the ND filter. The subject for this is my Nalgene bottle. There are generally two things that make a shot cinematic. We've got motion blur and we've got depth of field. Okay, so motion blur. Obviously what you see now is just a lighting difference with the same settings, so the comparison doesn't really show it being more cinematic here. We will adjust the shutter speed because we want to try to keep the aperture the same so we still get that depth of field. Shutter speed is the amount of shutters between the shots. The more you add, the smoother your image becomes. However, if we do this, we'll get rid of the motion blur. As you can see, the right screen has motion blur and the left screen does not. Okay, so let's reset it back to the same settings. Let's say we want to keep our motion blur. The only option we have now will be changing our aperture. If we change our aperture, everything becomes in focus. As you can see, we have lost our depth of field. So the important takeaway is that the ND filter lets us keep both the depth of field and motion blur. Hence, it gives us that cinematic look to our shot. Now, ND filters are measured incrementally using the number of f-stops, one being the least darkest, going up to 100 or 1000 or 10,000, whatever it takes to block out the sun. There are two types of ND filters: fixed, variable. The names are pretty self-explanatory. Fixed ND filters are one f-stop number associated with the filter, variable being a range of f-stop numbers. For my main camera setup, I used the K&F Concept ND2 to ND32 filter. I chose this variable filter because I like being on the go. I don't have to deal with unscrewing and rescrewing on different filters. I can just turn the dial and have my settings ready. I also used lens adapters to help attach my variable filter on different types of lenses. So the only downside to having this type of filter is that you might have some crossfading or the image quality won't be as clear. However, for this particular lens filter and my personal experience with it, I didn't face any of these issues. Alright, that's my insight for ND filters. You don't need to spend a ton of money on them, but they are a great tool in making your shots more cinematic. That is all I have for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!